It's claimed a ghost haunts the stage here at the Georgian Theatre Royal in Richmond. Perhaps they should call on the growing army of spectral sleuths working in the north. Amateur or professional, they've all got a story to tell. Anna Nolan has been investigating.
There's something weird about Herworth Grange. Is this the voice of a former German occupant? Who is this figure?
Who is that? What is that?
And are these really shadows on the stairs? This could be the scariest night of my life, I hope. By the morning we may have seen proof that ghosts really do exist. But I'm here to find out more about those who spend their spare time looking for them.
My name is Cindy Nunn, and I'm with API, Anomalous Phenomena Investigations.
They're a team of enthusiasts who research locations using technology to prove or disprove whether they're haunted. There are up to 20 similar groups across the northeast.
I'm the researcher and the genealogist, so I look for any history on the place that I can as far back as possible. There's my husband, Colin Nunn, and he handles the computers, cameras, sound, and Joe Carnegie, the security. She's a bit of a psychic. She won't admit to it, but she does have psychic abilities. And Kevin's kind of a little handyman. He does a little bit of everything for us.
When did it all begin, API?
About a year and a half ago, after dissatisfaction working with other teams, we decided to form our own, thought we could do something a bit better.
So you take it very seriously?
Oh, very seriously, yes.
They say their hard work has uncovered some interesting evidence.
I use a Fujifilm S602 zoom, and I'll set it up for a 10-second exposure. Two dark shadows there, quite distinct, particularly when you put this in black and white. And as we took this exposure, you can see there's a shadowy outline. We found later on that somebody's son had died and was sitting in that area on the birthday party.
Have you got voices or noise or...?
Oh yes, we've got plenty of EVP.
Okay.
That's electronic voice phenomena to you. Unexplained voices they've captured.
Now that was recorded up in the former nursery, and it's a woman saying good night.
Good night. Sounds like my nana. Sounded German.
Yeah, exactly.
But beware of imitations.
These EVPs, I mean, you go on the internet and you find thousands of them.
Really?
The vast majority of them are fakes, quite obvious fakes.
Well, it could be easy enough to construct something like this.
It is, I mean... Creepy, huh?
Yeah.
Easy.
You just made that up.
That one he made out to show that it could be done.
So tonight, the team's invited me to Herworth-on-Tees. The Grange is their favourite haunt.
And they signify a presence by moving the pendulum in a significant motion.
Is there anything you won't do to try and lure a spirit to come out or to make contact?
Ghost baiting. Ghost baiting. Yeah.
Ghost baiting. What's ghost baiting?
Ghost baiting is what some teams do. They expect ghosts to respond like circus animals. We want you to show up, so you will show up. And if they don't, they'll start calling it names, cussing at it, making threats at it, just being very derogatory.
So this is ghost hunting, API's way. There isn't a flamboyant psychic in sight. It's a far cry from what I've been expecting. Most Haunted exploded onto our TV screens in 2002. Experts say the cult series almost single-handedly led to a massive rise in the number of paranormal investigations.
Do you think that's a good thing, that there's more interest in it?
It's good in a way that we don't look like crazy people anymore. You know, like we're nutcases. It has brought out public acceptance of it again.
It's a hobby for the members of API, but plenty of businesses are cashing in on a growing obsession with the unknown, which is why I stopped by Chillingham Castle.
How lucrative is the ghost business then for the castle?
Vigils cost £60 per person, £200 for the security. When we first started, it was just one ghost tour, probably a month. But now we do ghost tours any night, really. And so they probably work out averages about 4 nights a week.
What happens if the ghosts go away?
I don't think they ever will, because a lot of the ghosts like it here.
But do they like it back at Herworth? And will investigating the paranormal do something for me? It's gone midnight and there's activity. Our producer thinks he's heard voices coming from the old nursery.
What's been happening?
Sorry.
Your equipment keeps going down. You're freaking me out. So that's just our equipment keeps breaking down all the time. Which you think you don't have an explanation for it.
No, it's a bit strange. As soon as we sat down, we got a lot of interference.
While we were waiting for you to come in, we heard footsteps walking right behind my chair on the floor. And it's gone ice cold in here. I mean, it's freezing in here to me.
Yeah, you've gone cold.
The team says ghost hunting's become more mainstream, but it's also brought some oddballs out of the woodwork.
We've had a stalker.
A stalker?
A stalker. She desperately wanted to be on a team. Yeah. She was very inappropriate.
In what way?
Basically, she'd put her hands on the males, molested. Somebody would say she was molesting them, accosting them, and the females were being insulted.
How odd.
An hour later, and all's quiet in the nursery, until we see and hear the door open on its own twice.
It just did it. That handle is opening and closing on its own.
I did hear the click now.
I actually heard it go click.
Yeah.
There's no breeze in the room.
Come on, open the door.
Then a knock.
What was that? Did you hear that? What? Oh.
Cindy?
Yes? No, we're finishing up filming. You just get that door open twice on its own. That's what we're waiting for. And you just came.
Sorry.
You didn't open it the other 2 times, did you?
No, it's just
The night's drawing to a close, and I really want to find out what makes these people tick.
I think it just keeps us all going, really. It's something to work for. I think as long as it fulfills something within each of us that we need, such as Colin with his disability, it gives him a feeling of purpose, something that he can actually do instead of being expected to kind of sit around and vegetate because he does have a disability. It's like 2 voices speaking normal, but it's coming through very low.
But I also want to ask Cindy a bit more about something she told me earlier.
With the death of your mother, it's something that you're struggling with and searching for answers, aren't you? For something you can't understand.
Yes. I'm searching for the comfort of knowing that there's more out there, that when the people we love die, we don't lose them completely. It makes me feel a lot of comfort.
Yeah.
That my mother's there.
It's been a revealing night. I've learned a lot about ghost hunting, but didn't see any ghosts. I came wanting to know why so many people do it, but it seems everyone has their own reasons.